Hello people, everybody, welcome back. I am Lesh, for those of you who do not know. I haven't looked at how many people who watch me are actually subscribed. That's a good... Oh, is my mic up already? That's awesome. Yeah, welcome back to And Lesh. That's what they're saying these days. So today, we're doing a few things today. Well, actually, I'm doing a few things today. You're going to see one thing today. I'm trying a different way of recording videos now. So you're going to see one video today, but I'm going to be recording some other things today. You get excited, everybody. Get excited, folks. Okay, so as the story goes, back in... Actually, let's get a date on this. Okay, so wow, back in September of 2023. I don't know how many people have heard of a game called Dwarf Fortress. It's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like Civilization, maybe, if anybody knows what that is, like Civilization 6 or 5 or 4, whatever one you've played. Okay, maybe a bit like it's a role-playing game where you are like you're an empire, you're a town, okay, of dwarves. And I'm not the person to, we're not here today to give a full deep dive of like what Dwarf Fortress is, but it's very interesting because it was made by like two brothers and they've been making it since the 90s. And it's like, the game doesn't have graphics. It only has like keyboard characters as different, like as pixels. That's how it does graphics. They're still making updates to this day. And it's just a super autistic project. There's a lot of detail involved. Like the easiest fact that I recall from the game is like there was a glitch one time. If there's a cat in a bar and alcohol spills on the floor and then the cat walks through the alcohol, if the cat licked its paws, it would die of alcohol poisoning because the game thought it was too much alcohol on the paws. But I feel like that just shows the other levels of detail that have gone into this game. You know what I mean? Like that's a ridiculous. Like I can see what where the glitch is, but especially when we start watching the video, you'll understand why that's a ridiculous glitch. That's a ridiculous glitch. And so today, I mentioned this in my last video that my roommate was editing something for me, and this is what we've got. So I'm going to be reacting to myself, basically making an old video that I made back in September that I never finished editing. And so thank you to Ben for editing this video. You go hire him to edit your stuff. I'll link him in the description. Yeah, shout out to Ben. Thank you. Good roommate. Good cook. Yeah, shout out. So we're going to see what he has put together for me in this video. Going into this video, I just want to say that it's not Ben's fault, but I don't have very high hopes for this video because I'm pretty sure I was probably pretty boring. So it's also going to be a little bit of a self-critique as we dissect what a terrible YouTuber I am, or I was and still am. You know what I mean?
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Let's see what we got here. And I think the first thing that I'm going to like is my lack of introduction, because I still struggle with that. So I'm curious to see what kind of intro I give in this video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I get that it's kind of annoying that there are two cameras of me. I don't really know where to put the other camera. Maybe we can do an angle thing like that. Boys and girls, we are back here today playing Dwarf Fortress. Oh, so I'm over here now. Okay. Well then let's move over here. So look at what's in the upper corner of that map. You see that? Alright, now I'm going to cover it. I just downloaded this game. I've never played it before. Oh, my roommate pointed out to me that I have my own computer and there's no reason that I record videos on his computer, which is valid. Fair graphic. Also, I don't know. My roommate was being, in retrospect, my roommate was being asked to leave. That's kind of funny, but anyway. But he's not making the worst point. I got all the bells and whistles in here. Don't you worry. I guess intro here. Oh wait, what was that graphic? He's not making the worst point. I got all the bells and whistles in here. I don't get the reference. Who gets the ref? I like that it's here, but what band is that? I don't like how. Does anybody feel like they all look eerily the same for some reason? Like, do you see what I'm talking about? Like, not really, but also there's a certain because nothing about their faces is the same. Like but there's a vibe happening that's I can't quite describe it. Anyway, don't you worry. I guess intro here. Dwarf Fortress. I watched a video on it, and it seems like it's the most complicated game ever. I don't know. I like this example because I think it shows the attention to. Oh, good. I'm re-explaining myself. That's sick. Detail and why this might be a good game. There was a bug in the game for a while where cats would walk through alcohol and then lick their paws and die of alcohol poisoning. But for that to be good at it, Ben. Good at it. A bug in the first place, you have to do some pretty complicated other shit, right? Which is interesting. So, I just generated this world. It's 100 years old, 6,000 people, and 33,000 events. And you see what I'm saying, though? This game's ridiculous. We have 6,000 people to meet. How am I going to meet all those guys? The answer is I don't. And that's just to give history so that we have things to find, right? Every character has 90 or something different variables that go into their personality, and they all matter. They sound more complicated than most people I know. These dwarves, they seem pretty goofy. It's just it seems like well, that's a good point. They're most people are not thinking of 90 things at one time. I do sometimes when I'm anxious, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's interesting though. 90 variables, huh? Because I'm kind of re-explaining this to myself. I forgot about this, but that's interesting. What a fun fact, man. I was doing a good job. What a fun fact. Just a very thought out game, and it's developed by two people, two brothers. So one guy does these guys. See, they look like two guys who would spend 30 years developing a game, don't they? Don't they look like those guys? He's a writer and he's a coder, I think. Doesn't that make too much sense? I don't know. So one guy does the writing and one guy does the coding. The guy who does the coding said that he probably won't finish. Turn Adam, shout out Turn Adam. Probably won't finish implementing all of the features that he wants in the game in his lifetime. And also it's interesting because got this on Steam and the download was 300 megabytes. Yeah, very complicated game. I guess we can start by taking a look at this. So the world. Yeah, isn't that weird though? 300 megabytes for this. It's the way it's coded is because I was saying there's a game where they only use computer keys for the graphics, right? And then Steam has a version of the game that uses that they paid artists to actually do the artwork for it, right? Or some artwork for it. The original game with keyboard, I think it's called ASCII, the keyboard character font, or whatever the hell. But the original game in only ASCII is still available on their website for free. And they rely mostly on donors, which is interesting. Was generated Namroth. Now, I wanted it to be called something like Lesh Land, right? But didn't work out, you guys. We got the brass smile. We got a couple goblin figures. It should have been called Lesh Land. That's what it should have. Here. Okay. Oh well. These goblins seem to be these useful terror people. We got a few factions. They're cute. The human. See, I want to be friend. I want. So you are a fortress of dwarves, but there are humans in the game. I want to hold a human captive. I think it's. We're not going to do it today. I want to befriend a human and then be listen, man, you can't leave. You're with us now. And then he has to just become one of the dwarves. I think that'd be fun. He became the lawgiver. That is a good idea. If somebody can do that in this game, enslave a human as a dwarf. I mean, that is a sick idea. As you'll see in this video, though, because I said I'm not getting there today, it would take me, I kind of want to say, upwards of 500 hours. It would take me upwards of 500 hours of playing this game to actually figure out how to make that happen. Just because this game is so ridiculously I'm telling you, this game is very it's complicated to the point where it's hard to figure out what the controls are, how to move. Like, it's because also, fun fact, the original game you can play without a mouse. Like, there's just a hotkey for everything, and like you're supposed to just figure it out. I don't know. What I got stuck on was like there's a digging aspect to this game, obviously, like mining, because well, dwarves have to be miners. I think that's a rule of dwarves. There was a mining aspect to this game, so there is like an elevation situation, and I think it was like the scroll wheel or something was like how you change an elevation, and I just couldn't figure out how to work the mines. I couldn't figure out what ground level was. I was having all kinds of struggles playing this game, and you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. Don't worry. Of the Confederation of Influences. See, now that seems alt-right. The Confederation of Influences sounds like that does sound like the Confederation of Influences. That's very Project 2025 of them, you know. An alt-right organization. And I say that they need to be stopped. Rackbin Bornbull is gonna be our. He kind of sounds like a pussy to me. What kind of last name is Bornbull? I had to go back on this game and beat that guy's ass. Human captor. Okay. Alright, so that's the goal. No, we need the tutorial. A dwarven outpost. Hey, I'm a dwarf. I have arrived. Nice. Good at it, Ben. Good at it, Ben. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness. See, this is another video where I'm practicing my reading. You guys are gonna be so mad at the next video because I'm still practicing my reading, and like I'm so bad at reading, you guys. I'm so bad at reading out loud. I have to do I literally have to start doing things like off of bullet points. Like, I might have to hire a narrator to read things. I don't know. I'm a dwarf. I have arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness. See, this is another video where I'm practicing my reading. You guys are helping me, you know? My party is 7 dwarves to make an outpost for the glory of all of Abanbur. Now, I don't know what Abanbur is, but is that a person? If it is a religion, I know that they're going to want a temple to Banbur. His name's not Banbur. Abanbur. With stout labor comes sustenance. What are you, communist China? Provide for the... I mean, honestly, though, that is, with stout labor comes sustenance. That sounds like a threat. Right? The dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan before winter. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place. I'm not reading that word. Why would they... To the guy who wrote this game, why are you naming things with 8s in them? Caedlidon is how I would pronounce that. Caedlidon? And I don't think anybody would... Is that a delta? Like, is that a Greek delta? I think Caedlidon is not an unreasonable pronunciation of that word. And I think you, sir, are frankly unreasonable for trying to spell it that way in the first place. Even though I know that this stuff auto-generates, it auto-generates according to a code which has been written by your brother based on things that you have told him to write, because you're the writer. This is your responsibility to not let this happen as the writer, okay? It's my from artist to artist. That's my critique. Strike the earth. All right, let me strike that. There's also, I don't know what happened to the game volume. It was a good cut, Ben. WASD. Okay. Oh, it's jumpy. I don't love that. All right, it didn't. Hello. Oh.
Nice.
No, we're reading it. Okay, this good audio editing. I like that. But honestly, hello. Like, do you see what's happening? I'm trying, and I'm just seeing different screens of things. And like you could say Adam, like, just read right here. But I'm not, like, I'll play the tutorial, but I'm not reading. I can't read, as you guys know. So it's like, move the camera up. Oh, okay, let me figure out how to do that. And then I just figure out how to do that, and then that's move on to the next part of the tutorial. I'm not reading this like, oh, WASD, E or C, like, or the roll. It's like, all right, we're getting to, if we're really lost in the weeds here, you know, and like, I need to get somewhere safe without so much reading. you know. Okay. Oh, it's jumpy. I don't love that. All right. It didn't. Hello? Hello? Oh. Oh, where were we now? Okay, this level. Digging a stairwell. All right. Where are the dwarves? Where are my dwarves? Where am I? Yeah, I need to find. I still don't know where the dwarves are. Find my friends before we do anything. What? I was just supposed to hit. Hold on. I was just. I'm literally like leaning so far into my computer trying to read what this says, and like to no avail. By the way, to no avail. It's not like you guys can pause and read that if you want, but it doesn't really help. Like it doesn't really. Where am I need to find my friends before we do anything. What? I was just supposed to hit. Hold on. I was just supposed to know to hit M. I can barely see the M on the screen. Good work. T to dig a stairwell. Where am I? Oh my gosh. Do you see my frustration? Like the frustration is building almost near instantly. Yeah, near instantly. My frustration is built because like this like you're supposed to press hotkeys to do everything, which is like really, it's not great. Oh, if you look up here, we've got 7 dwarves. They're all indifferent about the situation, and then we got some rations here. I think I tried to get into fishing, but I couldn't really figure it out. They weren't the dwarves didn't catch fish in this pond or whatever the hell happened. I forget. I'm gonna. Okay, can I just key to dig a stairwell? Where am I? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna. Okay, can I just? Must be. What is happening? There's like a look. I'm gonna. Okay, can I just? Look at. Is this a stairwell dimension? What's like? I thought this was Minecraft, and that was gonna be my base mine area. And maybe some people could sleep in there. You know what I mean? I thought it was one of those situations. I don't know. I still can't tell you what the situation was because I don't know. Must span multiple elevations is what it said. So like, what if I go like that and then boom? Unpause the game. Okay, press space bar. Okay, this was like, I mean, there are a couple things I could say right now. This video was like hella ambitious, thinking that I was gonna figure this game out in any type of time. Is this done? Select regular mining mode. Okay. Dig or this video was ambitious, and also like I'm like, oh, this game's stupid. If people want to get mad in the comments and somebody wants to explain Dwarf Fortress to me, I'm down to listen. But this was like I couldn't. I was not. I don't know. My heart wasn't in it that day or something. Like it was just. It started to feel like ridiculous because I was like, that was. Do I have to scroll as I drag to get down the stairs? Like to make a mine to get down the stairs? Because that seems complicated enough to like rectangle. Know. See now, because this is I'm very confused. All right, it seems like it goes down. What's going on? Why is it flashing? Dig a rectangle underground, big enough. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is where we draw the rectangle. Oh, perfect. Oh, it's been 2 days since I unpaused. Making a meeting area from the zones menu. Okay, so they need a hangout. Completed room 1 of 20. Did I make this room way too big? For sure. Yeah, the size of the room was a little ambitious, but also, like, I feel like it wasn't a very clear task, And, oh, by the way, this video has been brought to you in part by Aleko's Restaurant and Catering. I'll just say it. If you're ever in South Lyon and you want some, like, pizza and breadsticks that cost too much money... No, cut that. If you ever want pizza and breadsticks in South Lyon, this place was like my job through high school. I was wearing this shirt to the gym today. This episode has been brought to you by Aleko's because they have done a lot for me. That guy the owner should have fired me a dozen times, but he likes me, so he's kept me around. I could work there tomorrow if I wanted. Shout out to Aleko's for giving me money for what I don't feel like is that much work for years of my life. So shop with Aleko when you're in South Lyon. Go to Aleko's, folks. Tell them I said hi. They might give you a discount. Actually, yeah. Use code if you go into. I'll text the owner. If you use code Lesh at Aleko's, I can get you at least he's stingy, so at least 5% off your order, but maybe I'll shoot for 10. Use code Lesh at Aleko at checkout for 5 to 10% off of your order. Thank you. I think that this video, why can't I just focus? Okay, I think having started this now, can I zoom in more on like I want to make the tiles bigger. Yeah, okay, so these are the graphics on the free game. See, but if you look at this, it's all like this. The size of the, maybe I'm blind, but the size of the tiles is you can see the size of the tiles is way too small here, in my opinion, for you to know what's happening on the tiles in a way that you should know to look out for a cat dying of alcohol poisoning, at the very least. I'd say that. Having started this now, can I zoom in more on I want to make the tiles bigger. Yeah, okay, so these are the graphics on the free game. See, but if you look at this, it's all like this kind of grass or whatever this is supposed to be is made of semicolon. And I wasn't actually going to talk about this right now, but I guess we're talking about it now. Everything's made of I like how I can't stop hitting the microphone. That's really good. That was a good technique. Is to just smack the shit out of the microphone every once in a while. Sorry for doing it, because it is bad. But just every once in a while you're talking, just, or maybe breathe really loud in the microphone. That could be good. That could be good for production. Everything's made of keyboard characters, right? And the reason for that is I like how I wasn't going to talk about that in this video, but in the video that you're actually watching, it was one of the first things I said. Why wasn't I going to talk about that? I don't know why I was going to avoid that. That's strange. It's a pretty straightforward fact. Okay. All right, Adam. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing more now than. This is actually a good thing. This is actually a good thing to post after a video about nothing part 2, because it's damn, I do know what I'm doing a little bit more now than I did when I started this channel, because I don't know. Because they don't have to do high-end graphics, it's super easy to implement new features. Ben, why didn't you edit out my And it is called ASCII. It's ASCII, or whatever that spells. Okay, so, here we are. It's so confusing. It's oh yeah, here we are, and then I'm just not there for 75 seconds. It's awesome. Let's go. Oh, that's fun. Good edit. Why did he just run away? He just ran away. Yeah, where'd he go? Hello? Is he okay? Oh, Ben found him. Nice. What did he just do? Hey, did somebody die? Oh yeah, because I saw that drop to 6, so I thought somebody died. But apparently this miner was just very happy to be mining. I think, you know what my theory now is that he may have found a piece of gold and stashed it for himself. And that's where he went. That's where he was. And I should have, knowing what I know now, I want you to know that I am a reasonable person, and he obviously would have been put to death for such a transgression. This is just me growing. That'd be unacceptable if I knew that my mining dwarf was stealing gold from me. I don't know what I'd do, frankly. How well do I know him? Because he's got to go. He's banished. He's got to be banished. No. Okay. Oh, somebody's happy. Oh. Cool. What stocks do I have? I was very content that somebody was happy. Oh yeah. Where's the stock market at? I think they mean more like supply stocks. Okay. But they could if they implemented a stock market in this game, it wouldn't even surprise me. They would. What stocks do I have? Oh, see every item in the fortress. Sick. Is this as good as it gets? Okay, good ending. Good ending to the video, Ben. Is this as good as it gets? That's a good question. I'm still asking that to myself to this day. That's awesome. Yeah, as you can see, I could not figure this game, and so because of that, I recorded it, but I don't know what to do with it, And I'm glad we put together something here, because this will go up on my channel. Yeah, I don't want to bash Dwarf Fortress as a game for because I do see that it's very creative and all that kind of thing. But it's very inaccessible. Very inaccessible. Like I said, if somebody wants to teach me how to play this game, that'd be fun. But I'm not gonna fuck around with this until I figure it out, because this was ridiculous. If somebody teaches me how to play Dwarf Fortress, though, I'll make a video about that, because but I could not figure this out. And it's been, like, I'm really glad that I'm making this video, because it's been bothering me that I spent $30 on this game, and I was like, oh, it'll be a business write-off. You know, now I can write it off on taxes, you know, because I make so much money. You guys know I'm getting rich on this. But, so, you know, is it for tax avoidance purposes? I was going to write off this game, but then I couldn't even make the video because, like, what's this game? So I hope you like that joke. Hopefully that was a good bit, but whatever. 1 year, some year it'll be on my whatever. But so yeah, that's Dwarf Fortress for you. Interesting, like I said, very, very interesting game, just not very playable. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed me kind of making fun of myself. I hope you appreciated the old version of me. No, I'm really, like I said, I'm really glad we got this out. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. And like the video to help me out. That would be great. And subscribe if you want to see more of my stuff. And leave a comment if you really want to talk. Because I'll respond to comments. I'll hang out with you for a little bit in the comment section. So, you know, let me know. It's our world, you know. It's all right. Love you. Goodbye.